Good evening, and very good evening. How are you guys? How's everything? Well, today's video is kind of a little bit of controversial, not exactly a controversial, but it's not for everybody, especially people who are actually, let me rephrase. I'm trying to make this video for people who still think that, who wish to go for Z9, but they don't know if Z9 is for them or not. So my agenda in this video is to give you the 5 reasons why you shouldn't go for Z9. I know that kind of a controversial thing. Uh, I should have made a video for you should go for Z9. 5 good reasons to go for Z9. Well, I'll make this video obviously in future, but I just came with 5 points which I thought to share with you, because most of the people out there who think that Z9 is they wish to go for Z9, Nikon Z9 I'm talking about, and they think that they are planning to invest a million Pakistani rupees into that machine, which actually cost a million Pakistani rupees, that one Z9 cost. Yeah, it's in million actually. So people who think that, or who have enough money, Alhamdulillah, God gave them more, uh, who think that they should go for Z9, let me share with you 5 reasons why you should think twice to go for Z9. Alright, and I really mean you have to think twice. First of all, I have to clear this thing from in the beginning of this video before I share even the points, that Z9 is basically built and designed for high speed action photography, where you are talking about wildlife, photojournalism, sports, action, or anything where you are really targeting high speed action. But if you are shooting landscape, portrait, still life, or any static subject, events, weddings, where there is not much happening, so investing 3 times or twice uh, into a Z9, or up to 5 times if I'm talking about Z5, so investing 5 times into Z9 is not a very good idea, and I'm going to share with you those 5 points why. But like I said in a minute ago, that Z9 is built for action, high speed photography. If you are landscape shooter, probably you should stick with Z7 II, or the upcoming Z8 is probably going to be 61 megapixel. I'm thinking it's going to be 61 megapixel or more, 60 to 80 megapixel, somewhere in between, according to NikonRumors.com, of course. But okay, so let's get down to the points. Number 1 point, uncompressed raw. Yep, that's true. Z9 or Z9, whatever you name it, it doesn't come with uh, uncompressed raw. It comes with compressed raw, lossless compressed, and high quality. So it has 3 options. But out of those 3 options, none of them is uncompressed raw. So if you are hardcore landscape shooter or hardcore portrait shooter, where you really need every single drop of juice coming out from the raw file, then you need to go with D850 or Z7 or Z7 II or any other high resolution camera which gives you uncompressed raw, because Z9 doesn't give you that. So that's number 1 point. Number 2 point, low light performance. If you are photojournalist, or if you are sports action wildlife shooter where you are really pushing the ISO up to 10,000 or 12,000, probably you have to think twice again. Of course, the Z9 contains the class leading sports action or class leading autofocus. That's where the main money is. That's why you have to go with Z9 because it comes with the top of the class autofocus system, which you haven't seen in any other Z camera. But it comes with 45 megapixel and it means that low light performance is not as good as other low resolution high speed cameras. So you have to think again because low light performance of Z9, yeah, it's good when it comes to other high resolution competitors out in the market, but you cannot overcome the physics of bigger pixel pitch camera like D3S or Z6 II or Canon R3 or Sony A7S III. You cannot compare Z9 with that because those are all low resolution cameras and they are all of them are really good in low light because of the bigger pixel size in compared to Z9. So you have to think. Alright. Next point, 8K ProRes video. Now what's the disadvantage of 8K ProRes video? You must be thinking, right? It's good, we are having 8K. But there is a catch. Let me explain you. I have to make a video that actually by the time I'm making this video, that video I supposed to release, which I didn't. In that video I showed after the upgrade version 8.0, oh sorry, not 8.0, my apologies, 2.0, which gives 8K 60p to Z9. It comes with a price. I use 128 GB XQD card and I used 12-bit ProRes RAW. Alright, high quality. In 128 GB, I was only able to record 8K 60p for 2 minutes. 2 freaking minutes. In 128 GB XQD card. This much volume of data. 2 minutes 14 for around 2.5 minutes maximum. So imagine you are recording 8K 60p at only 2.5 minutes in 128 GB XQD card. It's huge. Not everybody can afford XQD card and especially higher capacity. You don't have 8K resolution monitor in your home to view this kind of content as we speak or as I'm making this video. So you have to think again. 8K comes with so much huge of data that you can't even think. And same 4K 120p, I was only able to get 9 minutes or 8 minutes, around 8 minutes of recording in 128 GB XQD card. So imagine, okay, fine, 8 minutes, still acceptable to some degree, but only 2.5 minutes, 8K 60p in 128 GB XQD card. Are you kidding me? This is what happens when you shoot ProRes RAW. That's why iPhone with 13 Pro Max or 13 Pro, which can capture ProRes video, they have to increase the capacity up to 1 terabyte because they know the amount of data that comes with ProRes video is huge. It's really huge. So it comes with your expense of memory card. It comes with you the expense of external storage devices, which can cost you. You don't have 8K display. Even you have to buy one, it will cost a fortune. So why you pushing yourself? If you are a hobbyist photographer or kind of a serious amateur where you are depending, where you are putting your own money and, to buy a camera gear, it's not even worth at the moment. Until and unless you are full-time professional and the client demand is 8K, then fine, you can go with it. But other than that, I don't see a single point where you have to go for 8K, or especially Z9. Number 4 point, expensive memory cards. Yes, sir. All the XQD cards are expensive, and especially the CF Express Type B card, they are more expensive. And if you're shooting 8K, you need 512 GB. Those are more expensive. It's not like SD card. Now I want, it gives me this understanding now that why D500 have one XQD card, one SD card, why D850 has one XQD card, one SD card, and why Canon R3 has one XQD and one SD card. All these cameras, because they still want to give you option to go with cheap memory card by giving you the SD card option into the camera. Z9 unfortunately doesn't come with a SD card. Both of the slots are XQD or CF Express Type B, and those are not cheap cards. Those are very expensive cards. So that's one of the reasons. Imagine if you are having D850 or you are having Z7, Z7 II, Z6 II. No, not 7, Z7, Z7 II and Z6 II, D850 and D500. All these four cameras are having SD card in common. So you can avail any of these cameras, D500, D850, Z6 II, Z7 II, and you can go with, including Z5, you can go with SD cards easily. Shoot, high resolution, low resolution, whatever. You don't have to stick with expensive cards. That's the advantage of having SD card. It costs you less, the cards cost you less, easily available. You can use the SD card in any of the laptop. You don't have to buy external XQD or CF Express Type B card readers. You don't have to buy those card readers. So it's a kind of a negative case for many people out there. So that's number 4 point. And of course, the last point, number 5 point, price. You know what? Now that sounds really strange. I put the price as a negative, even though it's a positive. When I compare it with Sony A1, which is $6,500 machine, $6,500, and the R3 was $6,000. Z9 comes with $5,500. So it's the cheapest among its competitors. But like I mentioned, the 5 points which you have to think twice. So price is one of those factors. Many people still can't afford 5,500 machine. It's expensive. It's really expensive. Like I said, when I turn into Pakistan currency, it's over a million Pakistani rupees. And especially with the current economy and the dollar price fluctuation, it costs more over there now. So that's very difficult for many people to afford. What's the point? And when it comes to price, what's the point of buying a million Pakistani rupee machine Z9 when you only earning 2,000 or 3,000 or 5,000 maximum per day from it? What's the point? especially from wedding. Yeah, people are getting 2000 rupees per day, maximum 20, 15 to 20,000 of the whole wedding, and you are spending million. What's the make break point over 1 year of time? How much time it will take you to recover a million rupees? Well over a million rupees by doing a wedding photography of 15, 20,000, maybe less. So from the investment point, I don't see as a good business case for Z9, especially if you go for only wedding. Now, shooting action sports, wildlife, that's a totally different ball game. You are you get a chance to cover Olympics. You get a chance to cover any cricket match, football match, and you are sitting at the edge of the stadium or at the ground with your 400 2.8 or 500 f4. Then, especially if you are hired by agency or news channel, then you can go and justify the price of Z9 because you are earning big from those channels, from those resources. From wedding, which most people are doing, I don't think so it's a good business case. So these are my 5 points which I shared with you that you have to think twice before you go for Z9. That's it. Uncompressed Raw, low light performance, expensive memory card, huge 8K data, and price. So these are 5 points. I hope you like this video and you able to get my point what I'm trying to say. And I said before, this video is not for everybody, it's for a specific sector of people. I'm targeting some specific photographers who are thinking to go for Z9 just to get business, especially wedding or any other thing. You have to think these 5 points before you go. Alright, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in future with some new stuff. Till then, take care and bye.